All right, hello, Nigel.
Hi, Kristen. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks so much for asking. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
A little sleepy, but I'm good.
A little sleepy, but
Mhm.
good. Well, welcome back. This is our third time that we're meeting with each other.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for coming in and speaking with me today.
You're welcome. Thank you for not getting bored with me.
No, of course not. Not yet. I feel like we're just on the tip of everything. So we're about to get into some really great, talking points.
Mm-hmm.
So, before we get started, I just want to let you know that, as a school counselor, I'm here to listen to what you have to say and to guide you in order to make better choices. And also just let you know that everything that we talk about here is confidential. It's going to stay between you and me always, okay? Unless there is, unless I hear anything about, you wanting to harm yourself, someone wanting to harm you, or, you wanting to harm someone else. Okay, then we would do things a little bit differently. Okay? All right, so I know it's been a little while since we've kind of met and, snow and, all that kind of Mother Nature things have been getting in our way, but...
I want spring to come.
Yeah,
I'm ready for spring.
Isn't it time for spring to come?
No more snow.
No more snow.
No snow.
So, being that we haven't seen each other in a little while, tell me what's been going on in the last couple of weeks since we've been meeting. I know, just to give you kind of a recap, I know last week, or not last week, but the last time we talked, we kind of went into your long-term goal of opening up a music studio. I know that is your overall passion that you want to do. I know that we kind of set some short-term goals of maybe... getting some music classes or seeing like what's out there to improve your music writing, learning to read music, doing your piano. How's that been going? Any connection there?
It's been okay. I haven't really done any writing per se.
Okay.
Normally, well, on a regular basis, I'll go online and try to find different beats that maybe inspired me or pushed me to do something. And I had found a few beats. I just haven't really written anything to them yet. I'm always on YouTube watching different people playing different instruments or the instruments that I'm more so interested in, and try my best to learn and gather information from them. But besides that, nothing really. I'm kind of boring person, just work all the time.
But I think that's a really good start so far that you're doing, exploration on YouTube and on the web and finding the different beats and different videos that really appeal to you. And maybe sometime soon you can sit down and write some music. Because I think your homework that we talked about last time was to bring me in a musical piece. So we're still working on that, I can see.
I got you. I'm gonna get on that.
Okay, so maybe for the next time. Well, it's okay. Okay. So what else? What else has been happening this week?
Let's see. What else happened? Well, we got some news. Some people are leaving the restaurant. Not sure if you heard. But and he's bringing some new people in. Hopefully, this means I'll step up in the ranks and all that. Hopefully, get a raise as well. More responsibility on top of that. So it'll be interesting, but I'm definitely looking forward to the challenge of stepping up.
I hear you saying that.
So.
Yes.
But the next 2 to 3 weeks are going to be interesting. It'll be interesting.
Oh wow! How would you be able to handle the new responsibilities when you would assume them?
I think it'll definitely be a change. Obviously, but I would never back down from a challenge. So I'm gonna go at it head first, and if I really feel like I need help, then I'll speak with one of the managers or somebody else who I know will be capable of helping me complete whatever task I have. But besides that, I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for it. Take it home.
I can see that. I can feel your energy coming across here. And it sounds like you're gonna be, really stepping into some big shoes from what I'm gathering here. So, what do you do now? And then what are you moving into the positions, just so I can get a better understanding?
Well, I'm mainly in the kitchen, but I'm a host as well. Soon I'll be taking off of the host stand. and be in the kitchen full time like I was at the very beginning when I first started here. But I'll probably be doing more of. I would say I would have more of a kitchen manager position without the title,
Okay.
if that makes sense. So I'd be doing a lot more, or maybe start doing orderings, along with the other kitchen manager, maybe making different stuff that the regular line cooks don't really make,
Mm-hmm.
and just looking at the other people that are working in there and making sure everybody's in line and doing what they're supposed to be doing. I wouldn't really be the boss because
Mhm.
I'm young, so people are going to be like,
Right.
who are you to tell me to do this? But when I talked to the manager, he said with more people coming in, he's going to put me in a position to show the new people what to do and how to do it, even though I am young, because I've been here so long and I've already had my background in culinary for multiple years, so I obviously know what I'm doing.
Right.
So I'd be able to show the new people coming in what to do.
That just sounds so wonderful for you to take on that type of responsibility and to be put in that type of a position.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any fears about doing this, or having maybe someone new come in and try to challenge you because you are so young?
I think my overall fear, not even just in the kitchen, but overall, is failing and not succeeding in whatever I try. Being challenged though, I don't really fear that because I think I'm challenged every day, from little small things to whatever it may be. So any challenge that comes my way, I'm sure I'm able to handle it and win the challenge. So
Good. I hear you saying that you are gonna just not even let the fear creep in. You're gonna push that down and just take what you need to do on the line and just really go with it. That is wonderful.
I mean, the kitchen is all just being able to work under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't work under pressure, then the kitchen's not for you.
That's
So,
very true. What strengths do you think you're gonna bring to the new position?
besides obviously being able to work under pressure, I feel like I have a young energy that will be pushed around the kitchen. I'm always willing to learn. I think I've always had that mindset that I'm always willing to learn different things from different people, even if I feel like they may not be better than me or something. I'm always going to listen and see what you have to say, and then take into consideration what you said and see if it has a better benefit compared to something I did previously.
It sounds like you have a really great head on your shoulders.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you.
I just have to let you know, I mean, for someone, as young as you are, and to be now you're moving through the ranks a little bit from one end of the line or one position of the line, now you're going to have this kind of managerial role, and you're going to be doing orderings and, kind of teaching the new guys that are coming, to work with you,
Mm-hmm.
how things are ran. And while it's a lot of pressure, it sounds like you are extremely ready for this new challenge.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I like that very much. Perfect. All right. So that is something that is coming in the next couple of weeks. How
Yeah,
is that going to affect all of your other, like any relationships? Do you think it'll factor, or schoolwork?
No, I'm very good at time management. So I always put time aside to make sure all my homework gets finished and spend time with people that I love as well. And coming off the host stand will give me more time to either be with those people who do homework or in turn go back into the kitchen. So I believe it'll all even itself out.
So no more at the host desk. It's going to move fully back into
To the
kitchen.
Right.
Wonderful. I just wanted to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that was. And you said you have great time management skills.
I believe so.
Share some of your techniques or your strategies.
And it's funny because like in middle school,
Mhm.
I was I always procrastinated. Time management was not one of my strong suits. I was very unorganized. Even in middle school, like my locker, I just threw stuff in my locker. But then once high school came, it was a different monster. Obviously that from middle school to high school is a big change, and just the different environment kind of showed me that my middle school ways are not going to fly in high school.
That's very true.
So I took that into consideration. I looked at myself and tried to see what I was doing and tried to fix it. I asked my mom, how are you so organized? How do you always manage to get all this stuff done and go to sleep at like 7 o'clock at night? Like how do you do it?
Right.
And she showed me some ways, and I just kind of followed suit and just practiced them. And I guess that's how I got my better time management skills. And it also goes into the kitchen as well. If you get a well steak and a rare steak, obviously you got to put one on to start the well, and then wait for a few minutes to put the rare one on.
Right.
I mean, it all coincides with each other. So
absolutely. And you are attributing these factors to mom.
Yes.
To mom.
I give my mom 80% of the credit for
80% of the credit. Wow. I mean, that is wonderful that you went from middle school where you are saying that your locker was a little.
I wouldn't say a little. It was like.
It was.
it was
okay. Okay. So it was boom.
Yeah.
I'll use your word. And then you came to high school, and then everything just kind of evened out. You would say.
Definitely.
I mean, and to have mom be that kind of inspiration, that's really sweet. That you learned you learned that from her.
Definitely. Didn't even use a locker in high school.
No. What did you use instead?
My book bag.
Your book. Your book.
My book bag. Found it a lot easier because my high school is bigger than my middle school. So in middle school, I could just run to my locker and then go to class. In high school, I have to go all the way to the other side of the school and then go all the way back to class. I didn't have time for all that.
Managing that time and just
Put it
putting
on my
everything
bag.
in your bag.
And you know how freshman year my book bag was this big.
Right.
Sophomore year was this big. Junior year and then senior year, I just had one of the little throwover ones. I had like 2 books in the folder and I was good.
Progressively getting smaller as you're going up through the ranks. Wonderful. If you can give me one time management technique, what would it be? If you had to share it with someone who was struggling.
One time management technique. It's a tough one, Kristen.
I know.
That's a tough
I
one.
know.
I would say prioritize. So
prioritize. Excellent.
If you're a person who loves to play video games and you have a paper due next week, at least give yourself 30 minutes a day to work on that paper, and then maybe give yourself 30 minutes to play the game. So that way, you're doing both, and you're at least being productive and still being able to do what you want to do. I know you said one, but don't procrastinate. Do not procrastinate. Don't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, do not procrastinate. It's not good. It's not going to work. It never works. Ever.
You are very right.
Never works.
You are very right. And I can hear that energy in your voice.
It doesn't work.
Expressing yourself about how, I guess, you've been on the other side of the procrastination.
Most of the time I got lucky and got maybe like a B on whatever it was. But there were some other times where it doesn't work. It doesn't work, Kristen. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Thank you so much for sharing those techniques, because I know that there are some of us that definitely need to hear what works for our friends, because then we can build up our little tool bag and say, okay, if it works for Nigel, maybe I'll try it too.
Right.
And just, so we're not going to procrastinate and we're going to prioritize. Those are your 2.
Yes.
That is wonderful. And it's very important, like you said in the beginning, that we need to prioritize and not procrastinate when you're moving into this new position in the kitchen.
Exactly.
Wonderful. All right, so we've touched on how your week was going. We've been talking about how you're moving into this new position within the next couple of weeks, which obviously at a young position, I would think maybe it would be a little overwhelming, but for you, it sounds like you are very ready to take this on.
I'm ready for it.
You know, like,
Ready.
yeah, I can sense this about you. You know, that you are just very mature for your age.
Let's hope I get a raise.
And the raise.
Let's hope I get a raise. If I
The
don't,
raise. Okay.
it's a big part. That's a big part.
Oh,
But I like the responsibility though, because I feel like the more responsibility I have,
mhm.
it makes me feel more important that people need me. If I just came in every day and wiped the windows for 10 minutes and got paid for that 10 minutes and I went home for the rest of the day, I wouldn't really feel that important, and they could easily replace me just like that because anybody can wipe windows.
Sure.
But the kitchen really isn't for everybody, and working under pressure and doing the other things to make sure the kitchen runs smoothly is not for everybody.
Mhm.
So some of the new things that I'm sure that I'll probably be doing, I'm sure I might have trouble with it at first, but I'm a fast learner. I'll grasp it quickly, and I'll just incorporate it into my schedule.
That's wonderful that you're so willing and making yourself available to ask those questions and to learn the new techniques that you would need for this job. That's
Mhm.
really something to be commended for. So, I know you said something about you're excited for maybe a raise.
Hopefully that comes as well.
Hopefully that comes
I
as
hope.
well.
That's up to the manager's discretion, but
Well, it seems like you're a hard worker, so I will cross my fingers for you as well.
thank you, Kristen.
Mhm.
Well, cross our fingers.
I know, right? So, anything else you want to talk about this session?
No, I'm just ready.
You're ready.
I'm just ready to get to
I
work.
see that.
So-
I feel that from you. And this new job is definitely going to be wonderful for you. And I feel like it's coming at a right time for you.
I kind of feel the same as well. I feel the same. I feel like I've been working hard to get to this position, and with people leaving, I feel like now it's my turn to move up and
Absolutely.
take on that
And you're going
role.
to bring these wonderful strengths with you and be a great leader. And you'll prioritize your time.
Mhm.
And hopefully, let's not forget that long-term goal that we talked about, which was, I know it's very far off,
Mhm.
the opening the studio, but we can still work on some little pieces here.
Definitely.
So once everything is settled, let's get back into that writing
Okay.
and keep working on those beats that you're finding and those videos that you're looking for. And I'm still going to give you the homework again
Okay.
of
Okay.
the next
Okay.
session.
Okay.
I want you to bring me in something.
Okay.
Okay. And I feel like with all the stuff that's happening now that's going on, I feel like you're going to be really motivated, to write something down
Mhm.
about what you're going through, your fears, your strengths, your worries about everything.
If I wasn't at work right now, I'd be writing right now.
You'd be writing. Okay.
If I wasn't on the clock, then I'd be writing.
So you still feel that energy from the
Mhm.
last time that we
Yes.
talked. Good.
Absolutely.
Good. And next time I'll come here and I'll look up some places where you could go. How about that'll be my commitment to you.
Okay.
So you're going to bring me in a writing piece and I'm going to bring you in information where to either learn how to read music or do a music class.
Okay.
Does that sound like a good idea?
That works.
So,
That works, Kristen. Thank you.
Nigel, thank you so much for sitting and talking with me
You're
today.
welcome. Thank you.
All right, I'll see you next week for
Next week it is.
fourth session.
Don't miss it. Don't you miss it.
All right.